Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Patrice, and welcome to the first video of my brand new series, The Ultimate Hair Growth Secrets, where in a series of 3 videos, I will be sharing very specific ways to grow your hair long and healthy. The purpose of this series is to identify any weaknesses in your hair care practice, specify and simplify the understanding of your hair, and clarify any misconceptions and cultural or societal norms that don't benefit nor aid in your overall hair health, and that directly prohibit your hair from retaining the length you desire. In this age of social media sharing and information overload, natural hair care can seem overwhelming, with ongoing debates on what oils to use, what styles to wear, can you use heat or can't you, how often should you trim at all, hair types and curl patterns, can you use combs, brushes, etc., etc. This series serves to bridge the gap between those questions and the answers in a simplified fashion, while providing valuable instructions to implement into your natural hair care practice that will yield targeted results that you are aiming for. Before we get into the new series, I first want to thank you so much for all your support on my last video, my natural hair growth journey. I can't thank you enough for your views, encouraging words, and engagement. They do not go unnoticed, and I really am appreciative of this community that we are building together. If this is your first time here or you still haven't had the chance to do so, please consider liking this video, definitely subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section so that I know that you are here. It really is helpful. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so very much. And now that that's all said and done, let's get into the video. Without question, one of the most common inquiries I have received since I started sharing my personal hair journey and routines on social media is, how did you grow your hair so long? And that's understandable. When you see someone in a mansion, of course you will admire it, but most people want to know, okay, how did you get it? What do you do for a living? How can I get what you have? And I realize that it's nice to admire something from afar, but at the end of the day, most people don't just care to know what you have, but how you got it. And I can relate to that in so many different areas of my personal life pursuits. That's why it was so important for me to address this question in this video before moving on to other inquiries and suggested topics. When it comes to hair growth and length retention, in my opinion, there are a few things to focus on here: routine, technique, and hairstyles. So that I don't overwhelm you with information overload today, I'm going to break these topics down into 3 separate videos. Today's topic will be routines. What is a hair routine, or regimen, as you may hear other people refer to it? Your hair routine represents the specific steps that you take during your hair care. It also represents how often you do those steps. For example, if you pre-poo, wash, condition, deep condition, moisturize, and twist your hair every wash day, this is your wash day hair care routine. In addition, if you do your wash day routine every 10 to 14 days, that is also a representation of your hair care routine or regimen. Now you may be wondering, what does my hair routine have to do with my hair growth? The reason why your routine has a direct impact on your overall hair growth and length retention is because the better you take care of your hair and scalp, the healthier and stronger your hair will be. And healthy hair leads to long hair, unless you cut it, of course. Now, on the contrary, if you neglect your hair for too long, which can easily happen by not having a routine in place, this can lead to hair damage and breakage, which prevent healthy hair growth. To be clear, leaving your hair alone has many benefits. I believe that your hair wants to be left alone most of the time. The tighter your hair curls are, the more prone it is to breakage, so that makes sense that ideally you want to comb and manipulate your hair as little as possible, within reason, for ultimate hair growth. As I've mentioned before, for a good amount of time I kept my hair underneath a wig or in braids, and that greatly contributed to my length retention. However, there is a fine line between healthy space and neglect. If you're not careful and don't keep an eye on the overall health of your hair in between wash days, you can run the risk of neglecting it, and that's not what we want to do. Have you ever seen people who always have braids in their hair and you can notice their edges or other areas of their hair and scalp are balding? Or seen people who wear wigs all the time eventually take off their wig only to reveal a hairline that is non-existent? This is a classic example of neglect. And of course, I'm not referring to people with medical conditions which affects their hair growth. Developing a personal hair care routine that suits your lifestyle offers a few things. It allows you to keep an eye on the overall health of your hair strands, breakage, bald spots, and single strand knots. It helps you to keep up with trims and to get to know your hair and your hair type and texture. And once a routine is in place, that routine turns into a habit, making it much less probable for you to neglect your hair in the future. Currently, my hair routine is the following: detangle and pre-poo, shampoo, deep condition, moisturize, and twist or braid. Over the course of my natural hair journey, my hair routine has not changed much. I am a self-proclaimed lazy natural. The majority of the changes have been the products used or how often I do my routine. When my hair was shorter, I did my hair a lot more because it was easier to manipulate. And now that my hair is much longer, my routine takes longer and it takes longer for my hair to dry, so I wash my hair about every 2 weeks. I encourage you to develop a routine that works for your schedule and personal lifestyle. If you're busy and it's a struggle to wash your hair every 7 days, it's perfectly fine to give yourself 10 to 14 days between wash days. It's important to remember that your hair care routine should support your lifestyle. For example, if it takes 3 days for your hair to dry and you're already overwhelmed with work and other life priorities, well, implementing a routine every 7 days is not ideal. In this case, I'd suggest allowing yourself more time in between wash days to catch up on responsibilities. That way, when wash day comes around, you can truly give your hair the attention it deserves. I've explained prior that kinky hair is extremely fragile. The fastest and most unnecessary way to break your hair off is by manipulating it when you're in a hurry. If doing your hair every 7 days puts you in a space of angst, overwhelm, or frustration due to time constraints, then you need to develop a routine that gives yourself more time. That's perfectly fine. It's better to wait to wash your hair on a day when you are fully available and present than try to mirror someone else's routine that ultimately doesn't support your personal schedule or lifestyle. I hope that you enjoyed part 1 of the Ultimate Hair Growth Secrets series. And join us for part 2, where we will be discussing technique, and that's one of my favorite things to talk about, so you will not want to miss it. If this video provided any value for you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment below. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!